Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Reski Awalia. I'm from class C and I'm group 15. Well, my material group is what is language acquisition and writing. Language acquisition is a process which can take place at any period of one's life. In the sense of first language acquisition, however, it refers to the acquisition and conscious learning of one's native language or language in the case of bilinguals during the first 6 or 7 years of one's life, roughly from birth to the time one starts school. Characteristic of first language acquisition: 1. It is an instinct. This is true in the technical sense, i.e., it is triggered by birth and takes its own course. Third, of course, linguistic input from the environment is needed for the child to acquire as a specific language as an instinct. Language acquisition can be compared to the acquisition of binocular vision or binaural hearing. Number 2. It is very rapid. The amount of time required to acquire one's native language is quite short, very short, compared to that needed to learn a second language successfully later on in life. Number 3. It is very complete. The quality of first language acquisition is far better than that of a second language learned later on in life. One does not forget one's native language, though one might have slight difficulties remembering words if you do not use it for a long time. Number 4. It does not require instruction despite the fact that many non-linguistic linguists think that mothers are important for children to learn their native language. Instruction by parents or caretakers are unnecessary, despite the psychological benefits of attention to the child. What is the watershed separating first and second language acquisition? Generally, the ability to acquire a language with native speaker competence diminishes severely around puberty. There are two suggestions as to why this is the case. One, shortly before puberty, the literalization of the brain, fixing of various functions to part of the brain takes place, and this may lead to generally inflexibility. Number 2, with puberty, various hormonal changes take place in the body, and we technically becomes adult. This may also lead to inflexibility, which means that language acquisition cannot proceed to the conclusion it reaches in early childhood. Thank you. Well, we get to next explanation from my friend. Thank you.
Okay, the first definition and distinction. Acquisition is carried out in the first year of children and lead to incursion knowledge of one's native language, which is practically indelible. Note that acquisition has nothing to do with with intelligence. It children of different degree of intelligence all go through the same process of acquiring their native language. Learning of a second language is done later after puberty and is characterized by imperfection and the likelihood of being forgotten. learning lead to conscious knowledge. Definisi dan perbedaan akuisisi dilakukan pada tahun-tahun pertama masa kanak-kanak dan mengarah pada pengetahuan bahwa sadar bahasa asli seseorang yang praktis tak terganti. Perlu dicatat bahwa akuisisi tidak ada hubungannya dengan kecerdasan, yaitu anak-anak dengan tingkat kecerdasan yang berbeda semuanya melalui proses yang sama untuk memperoleh bahasa asli mereka. Belajar bahasa kedua dilakukan belakangan setelah pubertas dan dicirikan oleh ketidaksempurnaan dan kemungkinan dilupakan. Belajar menuntut pada pengetahuan dengan kesadaran.
Okay, stage of language acquisition. One of Fermat's pieces of evidence that language acquisition is genetically predetermined is the clear sequence of stages which children pass through in the first 5 years of their lives. Furthermore, there are characteristics of each stage which always hold. For instance, up to the two-word stage, only nouns and our verbs occur. No child begins by using conjunction or preposition, although he or she will have her dash word classes in his or her environment. Another characteristic is overaccentuation. Children always begin acquiring semantics by overtending meaning. For instance, by using the word dog for all animals, if the first animal they are confronted with is a dog. Or by calling all males papa, or by using spoon for all items of cutlery. The generalization here is that children move from the general to the particular. To begin with, their language is differentiated on all repeatedly converted with this from their surroundings. Increasing distinctions in language may well be like to increasing cognitive development. The more discriminating the child perception and understanding of the world, the more he or she will strive to reflect this in language. Writing. What is writing? Writing is the process of using symbols or letters of the alphabet, punctuation, and species to communicate thoughts and ideas in a readable form. Writing can also refer to the work or career of an author, as in Shakespeare did make much money from writing. Generally, we write using a pen or pencil, our handwriting, or a keyboard typing. With a pen or pencil, we usually write on a surface such as paper on whiteboard. A keyboard is normally attached to a typewriter, computer, or mobile device. Voice recognition programs allow those who can see or use their hands to have their thoughts transcribed. Writing is the fourth of the four language skills, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In our own language, writing is usually the fourth language skill that we learn.